You're listening to
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby a Triple, the TV show turned radio show turned podcast. I'm your host, Corey, and I don't have a dog.
And I'm Harry, and I do, and he's very loud, and you're going to hear him a lot, and I apologize.
And I'm Ryan, and honey is just bee milk.
Is it bee vomit?
I'm Joseph, and milk is just cereal sauce.
Ooh, that's true. I prefer like cereal dressing.
That's a good one too.
But I like
as
cereal
long
sauce.
as long as you don't drink it as actual milk, it's fine.
Oh, I do drink it after I finish eating the cereal.
I mean, I like almond milk. I don't like real milk.
I think 2% is my favorite, but this is a weird topic.
This is the show where we talk about milk, right?
Yeah, this is the show where we
Look,
categorize and
boys.
talk about our favorite milk. Vitamin D milk.
Welcome to Oh Baby a Nipple, where we talk about milk.
The show in which all types of milk are accepted here.
you can milk anything that has nipples.
It's true.
So, speaking of gay things like boy milk, Pride.
That's a bit of a stretch, but I'll take it. I'll accept it.
Pride was this month.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
exciting.
a lot of Pride was this month.
Yeah, Joe and I took a wonderful trip to Nashville, Tennessee, and
Yes, we did.
we
fucking died.
we went to the Pride Parade out there. It was hot as fuck.
Mm.
It was hot as fuck, but it was
The
great.
chicken was hotter.
Oh, dude. Yeah, at the
That
airport.
was like a 2-day event. Yeah.
Wait, what? The shit that you had was a 2-day
Well,
event?
no. Like, I ate it one of those days and died, and then 2 hours before my airplane took off, I died again.
Yeah.
So,
He
you know.
He texted us that he was at the airport, and he's like, "Oh no, the chicken came back."
Yeah,
That chicken was hot as fuck.
Gonna have
It
to
was,
eat
it
the
was-
spicy foods, Joe.
I don't know if it was as bad as the ghost wing, because I literally was like crying and running for ice cream, whereas this one I just like was in severe amounts of pain, and then my brother called me out of the blue and we were talking about shit, and that was it.
And then day 2 struck.
Actually, it was more like day 3. I don't really know. That was a long weekend.
It was on the last day, which
The
I don't
last
know.
day.
That chicken's got some reach.
Yeah, it did.
It was
I think
so- it was
I
like-
think it actually had ghost pepper extract.
We had the hot chicken on Friday, and you left Sunday, so
Yeah.
that was a 3-day endure for you.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just resting in him for a day or two, and then
Oh, yeah.
it emerged like a fucking storm from his asshole.
It was knocking on heaven's door, being like, "He doesn't deserve to belong here."
But yeah, the actual parade itself was awesome.
Yeah.
We went to QDP, which is their queer dance party, which was a lot of fun.
That was
a lot
fun.
of clubbing, a lot of fun times all around. And
They had this one drink at QDP called like Tennessee tea that was like this combination of like sweet tea and like coffee type flavor, and oh my god, it was absurdly good.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff out there. I liked
Yeah.
Nashville a lot. It was pretty fun, and it was my first
Yeah, I
time
had a
out
good
there.
time.
So, but yeah,
I
that was
I would have gone, but I couldn't make it.
Rest in peace.
it's okay.
Ripping pasta.
TLC was lit though. We saw TLC
Oh god,
live.
I wish I could have seen TLC.
Oh, dude, when No Scrubs came on, the audience lost it.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I
Like,
bet.
We went because they literally ended the concert on No Scrubs, and then Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls was the last
Hell
song
yeah.
So
they did.
good.
Well,
and it
because
was-
you can't start a TLC concert with No Scrubs and Chasing After Waterfalls. That'll just like kill the whole show.
Yeah, no, it would deflate it. It definitely they ended it on their best songs for sure. Some of their best.
Yeah, but it would only go down from there after that one.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily. They were really fucking good. Like,
I mean, it's TLC.
yeah, they were really killing it. I was surprised like how like insanely good they were for her. Like, I thought that it wouldn't be nearly as good of a concert, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, totally a good time. lot of fun, a lot of memories, and happy 50th anniversary to Stonewall.
Hey,
Stonewall. And Joe, you went to the New York Pride Parade because that's
yes,
where
I
you
did.
were. So how was that? How was the 50th anniversary Stonewall and the New York Parade?
It was a lot of fun, but like, if Nashville, like the only two things that happened were the Pride and the festival, there was like 1,000 of those, like everywhere. I was seeing things on people's feeds on like my Instagram where I was like, damn, why did we not go to that? Like, there's this huge dance party that happened called like Pier 49 that looked insane. And it's like, I mean, that was after a day of like a lot. Like, we did a lot the other day. So to have Pride on top of that, it was just, we could have planned it better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
cool.
I think we were all very, very tired by the time any real festivities came about on Sunday.
Because, like, if I had been there by myself, I probably could have done a lot of the shit. But that would have been my first time, and I would not have known exactly what to do, and just, always a next year.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go to New York Pride eventually.
Also,
So-
probably, like, it'll be a little less hectic because it'll be, like, the 51st anniversary instead of the 50th anniversary, because there's just a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a
Too
pretty
many people.
important Pride this year.
I'm glad I went. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was awesome. It was just a lot of people, and not the planning that it deserved.
Now we got the 100 to look forward to.
I hope so. I hope I live to that long.
I do too, Joe. 72.
That's still pretty old.
Yeah, it's not that far out though. My grandfather's
Eh.
72 right now.
That's like 50 years, though. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything could happen.
they say it gets faster as you get older, so you never know, Joe. Could be right around the corner.
That's true.
Is it just around the corner?
It'll be tomorrow.
It's gonna be tomorrow. You're gonna blink and you're gonna be 72, Joe.
Yeah, I hope
And
not.
you're gonna forget the name of your children.
Well, if I even have children.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You might not, or you might have dogs, or cats, or cats.
Absolutely not. No. Hell no.
You might have some sort of like pet child thing, or nephews.
That'll happen,
Or nieces.
actually. Those I can actually see happening.
Mm.
So, anything cool happening else for everybody else in general?
I got some news. Well, kind of. I'm just the project I've been working on recently has been this video game OST. I've been wanting to make some music, so I conceptualized a video game that I think is cool in my head, and then started just making music for it. And I think I just needed some kind of musical outlet that I didn't care whether or not I got right or wrong. So I just started making okay music for a video game, kind of like not caring whether or not the stuff I make sounds good or not. I just kind of want to pump some stuff out, say I finished an album, and then move on to another thing. Learn some stuff along the way.
What kind of music? Like, I guess what kind of video game music are we talking? Like, is it like a chiptune sound, or like
yeah,
a retro
it's-
throwback, or?
Definitely more orchestral, but a lot of MIDI sounds.
Okay.
The concept of the game is very indie. It's a very indie game. It has to do with, this is all in my head, by the way. A like volcano exploding, and then you play. Your character is like a little geode, and he kind of adventures around. He learns about the history of the origins of geodes and diamonds and whatever, and then kind of just travels. Maybe has a sword. I don't know. So I got
Sounds
different
cool.
like cave sounding noises, a lot of echo, a lot of reverb, a lot of silence.
Just like right now.
It's like right now. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Kind of just need this creative outlet, I think, to just just feel like I'm getting something done. I think, which is always, it's a good thing to have, just a little side project. That and
Cool.
summer is so nice. It's super nice. I love the weather right now.
Yeah, it's been like I mean, there have been days where it's too hot, but like generally, it's been really nice out.
Yeah, it's been for me pretty perfect summer weather.
Yeah, I like just had a bonfire, just made some s'mores outside. I was on a hammock. I was reading a book in the sun. It's perfect.
Wow, that sounds really, really relaxing. Oh my god.
So I love it. I love this hammock that we have, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna be super sad when I leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be like summer every day in LA, right,
Kinda,
Corey?
probably. That might get
it'll be
boring,
sunny.
but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, that'll definitely be an interesting time for you.
Yeah. So I'm searching now, searching for a place.
Cool. Well, that's exciting. You're moving in like what, August or something like that?
Yeah, end of August.
Cool.
The 31st is when Mitch and I split. Well, Mitchell's my friend for those listening.
I think we've referenced Mitch
Yeah,
before.
we've talked
all our
about Mitch
friends.
before.
I guess. I just want to make sure, just in case.
Shout out to Mitch.
Shout out to Mitch
know?
Patty. I think he listens to every episode.
I think he does too.
This will prove whether or not he does. Mitch Patty, if you're listening right now, I want you to text the group chat as soon as you hear this, and I need you to text us bologna sandwiches. Call my mom. 911. This is not a joke. I need help right now.
Oh boy.
I smell burnt toast. My left side doesn't move.
Shh, the
That's
bit has
it.
gone on too
Your
long. Shh.
looks like your fate has been sealed, Mitch. You have 24 hours to respond.
It has been locked, and from the air date of this episode, he has 24 hours to respond. Else,
And if
we
you-
will nuke his user.
Oh no. No, wait, we'll dox him.
We'll dox.
Jesus Christ.
We'll dox you.
We're gonna
Watch out.
swat Mitch if he doesn't.
Oh no.
Damn, you're gonna put this boy on full blast because of a bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what he would want.
Savages. I know it's what he would want, but it's not what he would. It's not what he needs.
No, I don't think any bit is what Mitch needs, but he does it for the sake of our good feelings and laughs.
Yes. Mitch has pure intentions.
Mitch only has pure intentions. Is there an opposite of a roast? Because I think that's what we're doing.
toast.
A toast.
Toast. Oh, I like that. It even rhymes, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Schmurfect. Do we want to talk about video games?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Video games.
Okay. Let's not do me, because we start with me every time.
Let's
Let's
start
start
with
with
Harry.
Harry.
Okay. I have been playing Judgment, which, as of recording this, just came out like a couple of days ago. It's the newest game in the Yakuza series. It's not like actually a Yakuza game, but it's like a spin-off of that series, and it takes place in the same town, in the same universe and everything. But instead of playing as a Yakuza, you're playing as a detective. He's like a former lawyer, but he quit because some fucked up shit happened, and he was like, I'm not worthy to be a lawyer. And now he's a detective, and it's really cool. I'm only I'm on the 3rd chapter out of, I think there's like 13-ish, something like that. But each one's pretty meaty, and the first one was like you're doing you're a detective working on a case for, there's a Yakuza like crime boss has been framed, or he's suspected of murder, and you have to clear him. It's pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun because it's got all the seriousness of like a crime drama, but also all the stupid wackiness of like a Yakuza game.
Which chapter is the butt toucher one?
That's like a side story. But you have to, there's one of the side stories is so there's this trio of they're called the Twisted Trio, and they're all like pervert criminals. And the second one is a groper. He's a former track star, and his name is Ass Ketchum.
Yeah.
So he he likes to grab butts, and then he'll tell the person what sport they should play, and then he runs away really fast. and you have to catch him.
God.
But you can't, right? Because he's like a former track star.
No, you manage to catch him, and then you have to fight him.
Oh my
God.
god, that sounds so good. That sounds like the guy that made Yakuza made
Yeah,
this
it's-
game like so much. Like right there embodies what Yakuza have felt like.
It's an absolute blast to play. I'm not super far in the story yet because I've been doing like a lot of side stuff, but it's been so much fun.
Yeah, it looked like a really good game. Like I saw the trailer for it back like a couple of months ago, and I was very excited about this. My next paycheck, I'm gonna get Judgment, and I'm so excited to play this. I'm so happy to hear that you like this game a lot because I love the Yakuza series. So that gives me a lot of hope for this. Then that
Yeah.
this will be a lot of fun.
I absolutely recommend checking it out. If you already know you like the Yakuza games, like definitely get this game. If you haven't played them but you like the way this game sounds, I would recommend picking it up too.
Now, kind of, what are the mechanics like in the game? Is it like still a beat 'em up?
Yeah,
and
it plays
detective
very
game?
similarly. It has like some new like detective sort of stuff. Like there's chase sequences that you can do that are really cool. Like when you're chasing the track star, where you have to avoid obstacles and everything. It's like a runner game. There's like detective parts where it goes into a first person. You have to inspect like the area around you. There's scenes where you have to tail people, and there's like you have to take pictures of like a cheating husband as he's coming out of the hotel or whatever. It's like there's like a lot of detective stuff, but there's also a lot of action.
Oh, that's cool.
As you would expect from like a Yakuza game.
Right. That's cool, though. I actually kind of like that there's a little bit more to it. I guess they add a little bit extra. Also, I think they're running this game on a different engine than they did with Yakuza. With I think
It's
they ran
the
the
same engine as Yakuza 6
Yeah.
and Yakuza Kiwami 2. It's a new engine, but this is the third game to use it.
Okay. How does the game look? I guess with this new engine.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I haven't played Yakuza 6 yet. So I'm used to like the older, not like Zero, like not old, but like Zero and Kiwami.
Mm-hmm.
So going to this one's definitely a big step up. Not that it ever looked bad, but it just looks absolutely great.
Yeah. There's just a noticeable difference, to say the least, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to play that. It looked amazing. Just the trailer alone looked great. So, let alone I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it so much.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot
I
of
can't
great
wait to
things
play
about
more.
it. Cool.
Do it. Play more.
Oh, I will.
Maybe you'll have it beat by the next episode. Who knows?
Well, probably not. I cannot make that promise.
Let's wait till Harry beats it. To then
All
do
right,
our
I
next
can-
episode.
I'll be honest, it would probably be a minute. I tend to take these games very slowly.
Yeah, because there's a lot of side content. Even in Yakuza, I get sidetracked with the sub content a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's
every
definitely the
time-
kind of game where you can kind of just get sucked into the whole of playing side stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
when I played Yakuza Kiwami, I got really absorbed in the freaking Mesu Beetle battle game.
Really?
Dude, yeah, I literally achieved the highest rank you could in that game and literally got the achievement for being the perfectionist in it.
Oh my god.
I was like, God damn it, why? Why out of all
incredible.
the parts I did, I was like the Mesu King.
Brian went ham, dude.
So, dude, I got really into that game. And then I tried doing the circuit racing and I said, fuck this shit. This shit's stupid. It was like right hot off the heels of doing Mesu King. And I'm like, it's not Mesu King. This shit's trash. I wanted to see half-naked anime girls body slam their
Yeah.
vaginas and butts into each other.
Yeah.
like
By the way,
kaiju.
the Mesu King minigame is it's naked. It's like half naked women dressed as bugs fighting, like wrestling each other.
And it's a game of rock, paper, scissors, essentially. That's all it is.
Damn.
And I got super absorbed into that stupid fucking card game. Literally, I spent, I think, hours running around the city trying to pick up keys and finding those cards and just collecting keys and cards all day. I think I literally spent an entire session of just doing that, not even doing side missions or beating people up. I was just trying to find cards and keys for the
Gotta
locker.
collect them all.
Brian, that sounds like a bit of an addiction.
It was quite an addiction. But Speaking of addictions, I'm playing Persona 5,
This is a good segue.
and I got addicted into gambling in that game because there was a part where you go into a casino, and I literally spent, I want to say, at least 3 hours playing the dice game.
Jesus.
And it wasn't even, it was just optional, but I did it because I wanted extra money.
I really can't.
And-
I really can't judge Ryan because I would play. I would play the slots for hours in like Pokemon Red, or no, it'd be Pokemon Emerald. I'd play those Pokemon slots for hours trying to get like as much coin as possible so you could get like the plushies.
That's like, you know, they removed those from all the recent games.
yeah.
Like even like the remakes of the old games that had them, like they don't have, you can't play slots anymore.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
I
Took up a lot of my time.
Oh yeah. With Persona 5, there's like 4 or 5 rooms that are dedicated to dice playing. I cleaned out every single room of their money till they said, sorry, you have to go to the next room. And I would go to the next room and play that for like at least 45 minutes until I finally ran them out of money. And then and that was it. It was wild. So I'm addicted to gambling, guys. Send help.
I don't know. I can't
I'll
send
call
help,
the
Ryan.
gambling addiction hotline for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
I appreciate it.
911.
my friend has a gambling addiction. Arrest him.
Please.
But yeah, I'm close to the end of Persona 5. My goal is to actually finally beat this game. I've been sitting on this game for fucking 2 years. I bought it day one when it came out. Literally, the reason why I rebought a PlayStation 4 was because of Persona 5. And I literally have just been toying around with the game. It's been sitting around and just collecting dust for a while. And I thought it's about time I beat this. So I just finished like the second to last palace. I just have one more big palace to go through, and then I beat the game. So I'm pretty much at the very end of the game. I put about like 75 hours into it.
Just in time
So-
for Persona 5 Royal to come out.
Yeah, that's the big reason why. I'm literally going to beat Persona 5 just so I could buy Persona 5 Royal and then go through the same thing where I play that game for like another 4 or 5 years.
At least you've always got a good game on standby then.
He's got a plan too. At least he's got a plan.
Yeah. It's a game to play when I don't feel like playing my other games. That's how I look at Persona.
It's his side
Persona,
hoe.
Persona is like the side hoe. I love Persona. It's a great game. But, you know, sometimes it's just nice to just run to it when you have nothing else.
You got your main. You got your prime bitch. I don't know if that's. I don't know if I should say that.
I don't know.
You got your.
It's
You
too
got
late,
your
you've already
main.
said it.
You got your main significant other, and then you have the side other, who's probably not significant. The less significant other.
Oh, yikes.
Insignificant other.
The insignificant.
Oh, no.
The significant other.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, you lost me.
It's not significant. It's significant.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping to pretty much beat Persona 5. Once I finish Persona 5, I think my next game is going to be Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I'm like, I started playing that game, I got into it. I kind of rage quit Persona 5 at one point because I died and I forgot to save for quite a bit.
Oh god.
So I had to replay a lot of it, and I didn't want to deal with it that day, so I turned it off. And then I started playing Yakuza 0 again, and I was like, you know, this is a great game. But I don't know what it is, but I've noticed so much product placement in Yakuza 0. Like, there's actual fucking Mountain Dew and, like... and
Oh yeah, those
7
games,
Up.
like everything in it's like a real, not everything, but there's like a lot of like real product in it.
Yeah, like that's the one game I could think about that has heavy product placement that I don't know what they would do if they didn't have product placement.
They'd make it all up. That's what they do.
Probably yes.
Yeah, they would call like Mountain Dew,
Mountain Blue,
Mountain Poo,
Mountain Strew. They call
Mountain.
Motley Crew,
There's Dr. Pappy.
Dr. Pappy.
26 unique flavors. I think it's 26.
You know, I was actually thinking about product placement in video games, and I'm gonna be real. The best product placement I had seen in a game was fucking Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I was
like,
about to say the cup
cup
noodle.
noodle. Yeah,
That was
dude,
very good.
having a time with my boys and my cup noodle, taking photos of each other on a mountain while balancing cup noodle on my head. Of course.
You gotta find a master chef to improve the cup noodle dish.
God damn that game. But yeah, Persona 5 is great. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm doing the thing, getting the personas, fighting the things.
I can tell you're almost done
Oh,
with
yeah.
it because of the 3 exclamation points you put
On the docket.
after almost done with it on the docket.
I literally wish I literally want to go back right now and start playing it. I mean, I might leave halfway through the podcast just to go finish it. So.
Damn. Devoted.
But
Great.
no, I won't do that. Not yet. I haven't given up on this podcast that hard.
You know what,
So-
Ryan? I'll talk about Breath of the Wild, and you can go play
Oh.
Persona
All right,
5.
Bye, guys. I love you. I'm gonna go play Persona.
Oh no.
So, I remember a couple weeks ago when I said I was gonna start playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't happen because Breath of the Wild 2 got announced, and I got hyped about playing Breath of the Wild. So, I've been binging that for the past 2 weeks. Again, I found a bunch of side quests. Some of the like you have to read a bunch of books in some of the horse stables. Some of the like adventurers logs and stuff. They've got other side quests in there. So I've been trying to beat all those, and then I accidentally fought Calamity Ganon, which was annoying. You ever just accidentally
Just
walk into a
accidentally
boss
fight
battle?
the final boss.
And after I killed him the first time, I was like, oh, good. Okay, I killed like him in the chambers. That's all good. And then I realized you had to fight this big monster out in the fields. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this. The game
Yeah.
doesn't let you quit it, though. I have to, like, kill myself. I'd have to, like, die.
Do you know how to beat that?
I do, and I run out of arrows, and it's super annoying.
Are you using light arrows?
No. That's a good...
That will help.
I don't know. I can't even remember where I find light arrows. I think they're given to me right there, but...
It's been a while since I played Breath of the
been
Wild,
a-
so I actually could not
Burn
help you on that one.
minute.
It's been, for me, it's been at least like a year since I've touched Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, use light arrows. That'll make that fight really easy.
Ryan, I think you might have solved it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have solved
So, yeah.
my puzzle I couldn't figure out. Even though I've
Yep.
already figured it out before. I just forgot how to figure it out. Now.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
You've now rediscovered your calling.
Nah.
Are you playing like DLC stuff?
Yes, actually I did download the DLC. So I have a motorcycle now, and it's pretty great.
Hell yeah.
The motorcycle is super cool. I don't think it's any faster than a horse, but it's
Looks
loud.
cooler, though.
It's loud and it looks cool.
Yeah.
Maybe if I paint it red, it'll be faster.
Put some hot rod flames on it. I'm sure that'll look really cool.
No, I'm gonna put some bunnies on it.
Ooh. Hey man, bunnies are metal as fuck.
I would disagree, but but I'm
Hey man, Fairly Odd Parents. Remember Killer Ninja Bunnies?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That was their
I
video
believe
game
you,
episode.
but-
I'm gonna shoot you
That
down,
was-
Ryan. No.
That was their VR episode. That was the Oculus
VR
Rift
episode. I did
of
not know they had.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Wait, is this one of those new
No,
is this
that-
part of the new season?
That episode.
No,
No,
this
that's
is-
like one of the oldest episodes.
Oh my-
That episode's like literally 15 years
Oh
old.
my god.
Yeah. Timmy had like the Cosmo wanted to make Timmy a virtual reality helmet, and one of the enemies he has to fight in the video game he's playing is Killer Ninja Bunnies, and he gets really mad about it because he doesn't think bunnies are threatening.
Oh my god, I'm having like flashbacks with this episode.
Yeah, that episode's like
I'm looking at it
super
right now,
old.
and I'm looking at like the thumbnails, and I'm just like, oh god, I know this one. Holy crap!
Yeah, because that's when Chester and AJ go in, and then he has to go rescue them.
Holy
because if
crap.
they die in the game, they die in real life.
Yeah.
It's the
The
Sword Art
original.
Online.
The original Sword Art Online episode.
Oh my god. This show is so
Dot
good.
Hack is just a ripoff.
And then it got so bad. Damn. It's like Spy Kids 3D.
With Elijah Wood?
Damn, this was such a good episode. How did I expel this from my memory?
Well, I'm glad that I've reinvigorated your memory.
You absolutely have reinvigorated. Maybe I'll go back and binge Fairly Odd Parents.
It's time.
Oh man,
There's
there's nothing wrong with that. Fairly Odd Parents is lit.
Fairly Odd Parents is good. I hope it doesn't collapse like when I tried to binge watch Chowder, because that show got canceled, and I'm like, why did the show get canceled? It looked so good, and then I watched it, and I kind of remembered why it got canceled.
Well, definitely by the later stuff.
Yeah,
Fairly Odd Parents definitely slips by the later
my dad
seasons.
Is this still airing? They still make
Not
new
that
ones?
not that I'm aware
Very
of.
rarely.
Yeah, I know Butch Hartman said that he's not particularly fond of the series anymore,
Huh.
and he's kind of like hit burnout. Like not that he's not fond of it, he's just not into making it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's
So
old,
been-
so.
yeah,
It is very-
he's been making that
very
for
old.
quite a while.
I don't
so,
know about
I
you,
mean,
but I'd want to
say
move on.
yeah, but yeah. So Breath of the Wild 2 hype. Been
Yes.
enjoying Breath of the Wild.
Right, video games.
This has been Chet You Betcha with video games. But yeah, that's it. Joe, did you have anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Hey, since Joe didn't talk about video games, why don't you talk about movies, Joe?
I just got out of Spider-Man Far From Home.
What were your thoughts?
It was really good. Like, really, really good. I'm glad that Mysterio was finally in the MCU.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal just as like an actor. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming he must have been really good.
And that's all I'll say about it because there's just a lot of spoiler shit.
Yeah, and I'm a stinky
Yeah.
movie lover who doesn't go to see the movies.
Yeah, Corey, who doesn't go to any movies, so we always have to wait to talk about
I'm
them.
so sorry. I feel
God damn.
bad. I feel like you guys deserve your own like corner that I'm not present in, where you can talk about this stuff.
Well,
No Corey room.
Maybe it could be like its own thing. Is like the people who have seen the movie get like a table talk.
there you go.
Then we have to film like 2 episodes.
Or like a 15-minute or 20-minute segment. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun. It's a good follow-up to Avengers Endgame and also Homecoming. I found this movie to be extremely funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
There was
Yeah,
so
no, it
many
was very
moments
good.
I was just cracking up. It was so funny. I had a really good crowd with mine. We got people got excited. There were people that were having fun with it and just laughing.
Yeah, people clapped during mine.
Yeah, we had some claps. It was great. Especially during the after credit scene, but I'm not going to say anything about that.
Oh
so,
yeah, that was
yeah,
really good.
We got some claps for that one. I clapped myself. I got very excited about that. That was my favorite thing of the movie.
You know what?
Yeah, that was a good scene.
This is like,
Both
I
of
guess
them.
it's like kind of spoiler because it's the end of the movie, but I've seen it everywhere in ads, and that's where I'm going with it. But there's
Okay.
like the scene, like literally the scene how the movie ends, like before the credits start. Like I've seen that in ads everywhere.
Yeah, no.
I was like, wait, this is the end of the movie? Like I've seen
Yeah.
this 5 times on like Facebook.
yeah,
I haven't seen
jeez.
any of the ads. I actively avoided them, so
that's very good because like literally the last scene of the movie has been advertised on Facebook, and I'm like, I thought the same exact thing, Harry,
Yeah.
because I was like, wait a minute, that's this. They haven't even done this scene yet. Wait a minute, that's in the ads. Oh no! And I said they did it again because of fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, Amazing
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
2.
2 did it too with the Rhino.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dog? Like, oh, it's that bad. It's like, God, like Sony needs to stop doing that with like any of their movies, especially Spider-Man. They have to stop doing it.
Yeah, I will never understand. Like, it's a good scene, but leave it for the movie. Like,
Yeah.
there's plenty of other stuff they can show in the trailers other than
Abs-
literally the last shot of the movie. Like,
Yes, I absolutely agree. I really liked Peter Parker in this movie. Obviously, I liked his whole story arc a lot. I pretty much really enjoyed everything with like with Mysterio. I thought Mysterio was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really liked him in this movie.
I liked that they went a little bit more visually interesting and stuff like that, especially with Mysterio stuff.
Yeah, that was wild.
Which made this movie kind of more entertaining for me. Like, I definitely think it added a little bit more of a visual flair that I kind of was like all about. So I was really into that.
Yeah, I think Mysterio was a bit of a mixed bag for me because I thought he wasn't that interesting as a character, like as a personality, but I loved everything they did with him visually.
Yeah,
like,
his suit was really good.
That one extended like illusion scene that they do was absolutely awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
Pretty much all those sequences for me, I loved them. I was super all about that stuff. I also liked the suit a lot. I liked Mysterio's like costume.
Yeah, he looked good.
I thought that looked really, really good. Yeah, I could definitely understand if people have like a mixed bag feeling about Mysterio as a character, for sure. Because I never read any comics with Mysterio, so I don't know how accurate he is.
Oh, it's not about like comic accuracy. It's just like coming from the Vulture in Homecoming to Mysterio in this one. I thought it was a step down as far as
yes, I do. Agree
I guess
with
in
you
that context, yeah, he's not as deep of a character, but he's definitely he was definitely a good villain.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Harry. Vulture was a much better villain.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Michael Keaton was fantastic in Homecoming. He was probably one of my favorite aspects of Homecoming.
Easy, yeah.
But yeah, no, this was really fun. It was really, really lighthearted, and I was just having a very good time.
Which was honestly appreciated.
Yeah. Especially after Endgame, where we were all walking out of it, with fucking buckets of tears.
Yeah, it was nice having something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah. It definitely alleviated from the that tension in the MCU. So
I almost forgot they could do lighthearted after just like the last 3 or 4 movies.
Yeah.
Kind of forget that Avengers really picked up when it started getting campy, and then they got super serious, better than DC, I think, and then it just seems like they're just picking it back up.
Yeah, no, Marvel, I definitely was like, a lot of my friends and I, we were kind of a little unsure about it. Spider-Man Far From Home kind of bookending this the chapters.
Mm-hmm.
This phase, And I was just kind of like scared that this wasn't going to live up, because I was like, I don't know, Endgame definitely seemed like the show that like the movie that should have ended the phase. Mm-hmm. But I think this does such a good enough job that I actually kind of appreciate this actually being the end. Because I was like, you know what, that was very lighthearted, and it definitely doesn't leave a sad, depressing note in my mouth.
And honestly, it's just not... It's not Phase 4. Like, it just did not feel like Phase 4.
No. It definitely was a good bookend to Phase 3. So.
Rest in peace, Phase 2.
Oh.
So Ryan, want to talk about Dark Phoenix?
I guess.
Because
we heard about it.
So
what a movie.
Oh my god. Okay, so I saw Dark Phoenix all by myself in the theater. No, sorry. I went with one other friend, and when we walked into the theater, this was maybe like the first weekend, maybe second. No, this is like the second weekend it was out. The theater was empty, not a soul in the theater, and I just went, oh no.
I had the same experience when I went to go see it. There was no one there.
It was a ghost town. So when I started laughing, I was really happy I was alone, because when I started busting out into fucking dire laugh, I would have probably pissed off at least 20 people. Because I could not keep a straight face this whole movie. It was so bad and so boring. But then also there were so many moments that suddenly became the funniest thing in the world. Oh my god. This movie fucking sucked.
Yeah, it was. It's so bad. It was so bad.
It's probably the worst X-Men movie I've seen. I think this is worse than X-Men: The Last Stand.
I honestly agree.
It's worse than Origins Wolverine. At least Origins Wolverine, I admit, has camp, which makes that kind of fun. Which I'll take campy over just boring and stupid and dull. Like,
yeah, because that's
oh
what
my
this
God.
movie was. Honestly, it was just like it was a bore. Like it was not good.
It didn't even follow like what it already set up, because the Dark Phoenix was set up in Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
In Apocalypse, like fucking what was it? James McAvoy told Jean to use the power, and it was the Dark Phoenix power.
And then she somehow
attained
it at
gets the Dark
beginning of this
Phoenix
movie.
power
Yeah.
in the beginning of that. Yeah, and it was like, what the fuck? What happened?
I think my favorite part about this movie is that they advertised it as like a movie about the Phoenix, and then it turned into an alien invasion movie where they fight these like nameless aliens on a train. Like,
God,
they're,
that was
like,
so dumb.
they're not even like interesting. They're like
No.
shittier versions of the Skrulls.
Yeah.
And like none of them have names, and they all have the most generic like design. It was
Yeah,
so
no,
bad.
I literally thought the same thing. I was like, God, this is just really shitty Skrull that are not the Skrull. It's like, and Jessica Chastain, man. I mean, she's a great actress, but fucking hell, man, she was bad in this movie.
Yeah,
It was-
everyone was.
It was, yeah. Oh, especially Jennifer Lawrence, man.
Yeah.
But she did not care. She didn't want to be there. You could tell she was there to collect a paycheck and left. And then the best thing was when she was like, I made a joke in the theater about, you know, oh, are they gonna make it the X-Women now? And then she said it legitimately, and I was like, oh no!
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then you know, the scene where Jessica Chastain's talking with fucking Jean Grey. She's like talking to her about her having these special powers and all these things, and I'm like, I was like listening to her talk, and I'm just like, wow, I'm surprised she didn't say it's because you're special. And then literally after I just said that, she's like, because you're special. And I went, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking for real?
Ryan,
I like
Ryan,
lost
are you
my
like
mind.
a genius? You can like predict future
I
movies.
could
Exposed.
predict the fucking dialogue, dude. I've seen this movie at least 1,000 times, just like Doctor Strange. You know, I just know what happens.
Ryan's sitting in the theater. He's got his hands up to his head, and you can see him like his head whipping around back and forth, left and right. He's looking at every possible alternate ending for this movie. And he's like,
Turns out the
Oh,
movie's
man.
so bad that it ends the same way every time. In
Dude.
every universe.
Dude, all I could say is that you know
Tear
the
rolls
episode
down.
of The Office.
It's all the same.
The episode of The Office when Kevin is holding the pot of chili and
Yes,
spills it.
I love that episode.
Kevin is 20th Century Fox. The pot of chili is the Dark Phoenix storyline, and then him spilling the chili is X-Men: The Last
Is what-
Stand and Dark Phoenix.
Is what we got.
Like, that's exactly what this is. It's like they fucked up the Phoenix twice. I never want to see the Dark Phoenix storyline for fucking 20 years, maybe 10 years tops.
The trick
Yeah.
is
Like,
you have to undercook the onions.
But yeah, no, this movie was a goddamn embarrassment,
Yeah.
and it's probably one of the worst movies I've seen this year. I was like,
Damn.
holy shit. It when I thought like I saw a bad movie this year, it pales in comparison to Dark Phoenix.
Jeez.
Honest to God, this was such a painful movie to sit through. Fucking do not recommend.
Yeah.
Hard do not go see this. And if you want to see it, just wait for it to come out on like Blu-ray, DVD, or your local Pirate Bay website, you know?
Local pirate. Get it from a red box near you.
Whatever.
Not
like,
even. Netflix? Who cares?
Just like literally try to spend as little money as you can to watch this if you are that desperate to see it.
Yeah, it's not
But
worth it.
looks like nobody cares because it didn't make any money
It
and
made
nobody
no
was in my
money,
theater.
and it's like already getting pulled from theaters.
Yeah, so
Oh no.
yeah, so that's my thoughts on Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, bad film.
Rest in peace.
Bad movie.
Rest in not peace. Just rest. I guess.
Really shitty way to end the X-Men, but I hope that they do well in the MCU. That's all.
Yeah, at least we can rest in peace knowing that this is the last one. So
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no, until New Mutants come out.
yeah,
New
but that's
Mutants is
like
still slated to come out next.
not an X-Men movie. That's like an X-Men spin-off thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like the last proper X-Men movie.
That's fair. That's fair. And Harry, how about that Toy Story?
Yeah, I saw Spider-Man and Toy Story 4 today. Spider-Man, obviously, we already talked about it. It was great. Toy Story 4, I did not like.
Damn.
It was...
That's interesting.
You didn't like it at all?
No, it had like some like funny parts, but I don't understand why it exists. Like, after they made the third movie and it was an ending, and then this one kind of felt like, well, that made a lot of money. It can't end now. So they just kind of told the same story again. I really didn't like it. I thought it was very boring.
I like wholeheartedly disagree, but I mean, I don't know. I really liked the movie. I thought it was really pretty. I thought the new characters were good additions, and I thought that the new stories that they told were, while they were like treading on same water, every fucking story says the same shit. This one was really well executed, in my opinion. And I thought they, like, old characters that were kind of in the background before and didn't do a lot took much more precedent this time, and that was honestly some of my favorite parts of this new movie. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, because I was kind of like unsure to see it.
Like, I would recommend seeing it. It's like a really, really big movie this summer.
I've seen 3, and
Not so much in China, but like in America, yeah.
Okay.
China doesn't like Toy Story?
It is not performing as well in China as they want them to.
Yeah, I'm not shocked about that.
Huh.
It's not like doing poorly, but it's like way bigger in America and Europe right now.
For me, I don't really want to see Toy Story 4 in theaters. I definitely want to wait for that to come out on like Blu-ray and DVD before I see it, because I also don't have enough money to go to the movies very often. But I really want to see like that new Disney Pixar movie that's coming out that's going to be like an original IP with like...
Oh, what is it? I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the one where it's like Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know that movie.
what?
Like Chris
Yeah, that
Pratt
one looks
and
good.
stuff like that.
I'm excited
Yeah, that looks
they're,
really great.
Like, Pixar said that they're going to stop doing sequels for a while. They're going to be actually focusing on like original stuff. I'm very excited about that.
It's called Onward. That's what it is.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
trailer
that
for
movie
it
looks
today.
good.
It looks
It's
really
called
cool.
Yeah,
On
that looks great.
Board?
Onward.
Onward.
It looks really good. I'm very excited about that. So, I
Oh,
was a little
no.
apprehensive about Toy Story
never mind.
4, but I'm
Oh, shit.
I'm just hoping it's not the worst thing ever. I guess. I mean, I
it's
don't know.
not
'cause,
like-
It definitely is not.
okay.
I'm watching the
It's
trailer.
I don't know,
not,
'cause-
I didn't like it, but it's not like bad.
Okay.
Like, it's still a Disney Pixar movie. It's passable. Like, it's fine.
Okay. So it's kind of like, is it like Monsters University, where it's
Yeah,
not?
it's- Well,
I
a
really like that
terrible
movie, too.
It's just fine.
It's just another sequel.
Okay.
Like, it's a Toy Story movie, so you probably know exactly what you're getting with it.
Okay, fair enough. How was Keanu Reeves as the stuntman toy?
The fucking best.
I heard a lot of things about Keanu Reeves loving that character so much. And
Oh yeah,
also
he got into that character. Like, I think at one point, I don't know if it was for like a company event or something like that, or a promotion thing, or him just getting casted for the role, but like, he had a killer demo tape, and then he showed up at Pixar on like a motorcycle and
Nice.
saying like all the ridiculous shit like that. It's like, no, he loved playing that character.
That's awesome.
I feel like Keanu is a ton of fun to work with. If I would,
Yeah, he seems like a wildcat.
if I were doing a movie and I got the chance to like cast him, I think it'd be probably one of the best actors to work with.
Yeah, his range is kind of unreal, like in terms of what he can do for a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I try not to give him lines. Just punch that, and he's like, totally, man, and he punches the wall, and I'm like, great.
Don't worry. Just be stoic action man. AKA just play John Wick 24/7. Just don't stop.
I honestly forgot that Keanu Reeves was in Toy Story 4 because his lines were like actually clear and easy to understand in this movie.
They try to like wipe out any
gruff.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe obviously it's like voice acting, so the audio has to be like really spot on to portray those characters. But I feel like the character that he plays is like, in theory, very sad boy, but like it's such a bright and cheerful movie that like I feel like he can't have like the "I'm Keanu Reeves" like just kind of gruff.
I think
kind
that's
of
like
voice.
I think that's what throws me off about that is that he's in a children's film and I know he can't play as that kind of character. Like he can't do his typical voice. So I was like really wondering how the fuck does he like talk in this movie, or what does he sound like? Because I haven't watched much trailers for this movie, so I haven't seen much clips either. So I don't know anything about kind of like what Keanu Reeves is like in this movie or what he sounds like or anything.
It's like absolutely nothing what you would think and exactly what you would think at the same time. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that, but like when I learned that Keanu played that character, I was like, oh wow, okay, I remember this now. I was like surprised, but also it made like 100% sense.
Was it like, it sounds like his brother, if he had a brother?
Actually, that's not a bad comparison. It's like if his brother wasn't fucked up from the war or some shit like that.
Oof. Jeez.
Any other thoughts about Toy Story 4 from either one of you?
Was John Ratzenberger in it? Because I know he's in like every Pixar movie.
I don't know.
He plays Ham.
Oh yeah, he has like 2 lines.
Yeah, he doesn't
Oh,
like speak
Ham only
a
has
lot
like
in
2
this
lines?
movie.
That's one of the things
No,
I
this
did not
mov-
like about this movie.
Oh.
This movie did not focus
Toy
on like,
Story
a lot of
has
the
like a
older
really
characters.
great cast of characters, and they were almost all squandered in this movie.
That's a little too bad.
That's really sad. Alright. I guess we're moving
After
on.
that moment of silence.
Moment of
Bark.
silence.
Bork. Bork.
Moment
my
of
dog.
silence for the Bork dog.
He sounds so cute. He sounds tiny.
He's
Yeah,
very
he's-
tiny.
When
He's
did you
very
get him?
cute during the day.
Yeah.
It's at night when the demons come out to play.
So,
I think I could talk about my concept for a second.
Go for
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
So I have a thing, and this ties back to me being a garbage boy who doesn't watch enough media. I figure it'd be really cool to have a spot on the show, maybe, I don't know, either near the TV movies or if we're talking about anime, kind of, I guess it could flip-flop depending, where I get recommended a show or a piece of media, a video game, or a movie by one of you guys, and I, before the next episode, will watch it, and then I have like a little segment on it, and I kind of give like a fresh review of what I thought.
Ooh.
That
So
sounds fun.
I figure it'd be
Yeah.
kind of fun to add a little something to the show, like a little spot where we have this kind of connecting between episodes where I'm given a task and then I complete it, or else
Okay.
else
Nice
I'll
little
be
side quest for Corey.
humiliated. It's like my side quest where I have to spend some time actually trying to get well read and well seasoned in today's media
I like it.
Yeah.
or past's media.
I was gonna say, because if you want a recommendation, I got one for you, and it's a great transition if you want.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Evangelion.
Oh, because that's on Netflix right now.
It just hit Netflix, and it's not as bad as everyone says it is. I'll put
Well, I
it
mean,
that
it's
way.
the same exact show.
Exactly.
It's the yeah. There's some like weird audio shit, but it's Evangelion.
I did hear they nerfed
Yeah.
the gay though.
They nerfed the gay, but it's really like it doesn't really bother me. Like I think it's kind
they're
of funny.
still naked that scene, so it's kind of hard to like really interpret it as anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you could look at it as innocent liking. Like, when you tell, like, somebody, hey, I really like you, when you mean that you, like, you're into them.
You like
and you
them.
want to go out with them. Yeah, like that. You could interpret it that way, too.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, it really doesn't bother me because I've been rewatching this again. This is my 4th time watching Evangelion.
Oh damn!
And
You've watched it 4 times? Holy
Yes,
shit.
I have.
I've only ever seen it the one.
Devoted.
no,
man.
I've seen this 4 times now. And I've been watching the Netflix dub of it, and it's all been redubbed.
How is that?
Yeah, is it good?
That I'm actually curious about.
I really like the original dub because of the nostalgic value I have with that.
Because
I
of Shinji screaming.
Yes, and Shinji's screaming is not as good. I don't really like Shinji's voice
That's so sad.
in the Netflix one, but you kind of get used to it. You just get used to it after a while. You're like, all right, it's fine, whatever. It's not
Shinji
great.
screaming is like the only good part of that whole dub, or at least the only part worth watching the dub over.
Oh, I full-heartedly enjoy the dub in like a very classic anime style. So, when I heard it got redubbed, I was a little disappointed because they didn't get the licensing back from the original, so that's why they don't have the original dub. But I mean, it's still a serviceable dub. It does exactly what it needs to do. So, personally, it doesn't bother me, but I do think Shinji's voice is the biggest issue. I just am not a fan of the new voice actor for Shinji. But you could always listen to it in Japanese, and it's got retranslated subtitles. Some people have been throwing a knip shit over it. I personally don't care. It's still the same show. It's still Evangelion. It's a show that's been around for like 20 some odd years, and it's still probably one of my favorites, and I think it's still like an actual legitimate important anime that even if you don't like anime, you should still check it out anyways. Like, I still think it's a pretty important show to check out.
Wait,
I think
you
that's
think
fair.
Evan's important?
You saying anime
I
is
mean,
important?
Sure.
Okay, Ryan, I
What?
do actually have some genuine questions. I don't know if you got this far into the show on Netflix, but episodes 21 to 24 have director's cuts.
I did
Do
not.
they use the director's cut versions?
I do not know because I have not gotten that far. I'm only like the first 10 episodes in.
I could probably also look that up myself, and I'd
Yeah.
like, because the director's cuts, some of them aren't that much longer, but some of them are like 7 minutes longer than the original
Hot
runtime,
damn.
and do like
Yeah.
very different things
Yes.
with the characters, like
Yes.
very different things.
Yes, I agree.
I can't say what they do because it's like literal spoiler territory, like
Yeah.
hot as hell spoiler territory. But like, oh my god,
Dang.
I've been asked by a couple of people that they're like, "Oh, should I watch Evangelion?" And I literally told them it's like that's like if somebody asked me, "Hey, should I play Final Fantasy VII?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you should probably play Final Fantasy VII and watch Evangelion." Like, you know, it's like even though you got the rebuild stuff, I would tell everybody do not watch the rebuild. Watch
watch the original first.
Yeah, watch original first, or same with Final Fantasy VII. Play the original game before they do the remake. Enjoy so that when you do get into like rebuild or other parts of Evangelion, you can either enjoy it more or get something different out of it. It's like just play enjoy that classic. It's out there now. It's on Netflix. It's super consumable now. Instead of having to go through like these trash fire pirate sites.
Just these like trash fire sites just to watch like shitty quality. At least
quality
the
and fan
video
subs.
looks good now, which is
yeah.
pretty
It's
important.
kind of
It
wild. that,
definitely
we
looks
live in a world
upgraded.
where it's like really easy to watch Evangelion now.
It's why. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's actually quite an accomplishment.
And I mean, like, Rebuild's not bad. I
No.
personally really enjoy the Rebuild movies as a fan of the original.
Yeah, same.
But like, they're literally not the same thing.
Yeah, they're
at all.
very different, especially once you hit 2. Once you hit
Yeah,
2.2,
especially once you hit 2, because the first one's like basically a carbon copy plus or minus a couple scenes.
Yeah.
But like 2 onwards, whoa, like entirely different shit.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know, like the original Evangelion is so classic to myself that it's like, I don't know, I just tell everybody just watch that, even though it's like 20 something years old and you're like 25. still
It
watch
still
it.
holds up.
It's still great, yeah. It's still a show that you can enjoy at any age, and I hope more people enjoy. Like, I hope more people like find this show and really watch it and enjoy it. You know, I hope it finds a new audience for a new generation.
It definitely has. Now that it's on Netflix, like I know my
yeah.
little brother just started watching it. And he's
Oh,
really
hell
enjoying
yeah.
it because he's at like the age that you watch that show.
That,
like
which
16.
is perfect.
Yeah, 16, 17.
And-
Honestly, even like older college students could probably be appropriate for that show
Yeah,
About
definitely.
23-year-olds.
I,
because there's like a lot of
23-year-olds named
there's like
Corey.
yeah.
I mean there's a lot of fucked up shit in that show, so probably like a
Yeah.
lot of fucked up adult situation shit.
You have a
like-
delicate disposition, Corey.
I think I might have a bit of a delicate disposition.
You should watch it then.
yeah.
That'd be good.
It totally won't do anything.
Do you
for
break
you.
easy? Good.
It's okay. So like, if you've ever watched a mecha series are always like, hey, my dad is a scientist man, and he does the scientist thing. He built this big robot. Now I gotta save the world, and son reluctantly jumps in robot and saves the planet with dad by his side and supporting him all the way. Evangelion's the opposite. Dad's an asshole, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna throw this dead bitch in this robot if you don't get into
Hold
it.
on, careful. We're not getting into spoiler territory, right?
No, that's like
No,
the first
that's not.
episode.
Okay.
That's like
Alright,
literally the
alright.
first episode.
literally
That's
the
not
first
at all
episode.
spoiler territory.
And then it's like, oh, and then that's literally the best thing about Evangelion is that it just takes the concept of the mecha series and just throws it on its head. And
yeah,
then
it says
essentially
"fuck
just-
you."
Yeah, and it's like everybody's got baggage and depression, and it's great, and it's super dark and fucked up. So,
Yeah, like honestly, what Ryan just said is not even like the least of your problems in terms of like, oh
Yes.
wow, this show's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it goes places.
I mean, I know some.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
some of the memes, but that is
They might
pretty
be
much
from End of
the surface
Evangelion,
level. Is
so.
pretty much all I know.
a lot of the memes I've seen really come out of the End of
Yeah.
Evangelion, if anything.
That and
Oh, yeah.
Joe's AMV.
Oh yeah,
Joe knows exactly the scene.
everyone knows that scene.
Exactly. I'm so fucked up.
I still have to do my fucking illustration of that.
Oh no!
Do you want to catch us up?
That's good.
Oh yeah,
To that,
I want
Harry?
to do. Okay, so for people who know what this scene is, I want to do a redraw of it where it's Donald Duck standing over Goofy, and he's looking at his hand, and he says, "I'm so ducked up."
Okay. Also, I just wanna say that Netflix does have the director's cuts.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
So
hell
this is
yeah.
actually the best way to watch the show,
Oh,
even if there is like some weird writing
good to
shit,
know.
because the story is preserved.
Good on you, Netflix. You did it.
Good job.
Because like
Yeah.
seriously,
Do they-
I would have been mad.
Does Netflix have just the series? Does it have like the movies, like the remake movies?
It has
No.
it has End of Evangelion.
It doesn't have like the remake
does
movies
it?
though.
It does not have Rebuild. That's like a Funimation thing.
I didn't know End of Evangelion was on it.
Yeah, End of Evangelion and like the Death True to the Second, which is fucking just a retelling. It's like a you know like recap
Yeah, like
movies
one
in
of those.
anime. It's
Yeah, that's all.
and then it has like 10 minutes of extra footage or some shit like that. I don't know.
Wait, where's
They're
the
It's
end
not
of...
important.
I don't see the End of Evangelion.
I just like literally just typed in neon, like literally just neon, and I got End of Evangelion.
Oh yeah, the End of
Google knows
Evangelion. There it is.
Google knows just so well.
All right. So yeah,
Because
okay.
you
Anybody
can't.
looking
You
for it?
also cannot watch OG Evangelion without watching that movie. It's like,
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah. The End of Evangelion is like probably just as important.
Okay, I have to pick apart
but-
something right now. Is it
Okay.
Evangelion or is it Evangelion?
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, you
I've
can-
heard it pronounced so many different ways, and just it doesn't.
You know what it
like
is, Corey?
Evangelion,
It's
whatever.
Evangelion.
It's a Japanese TV show with an English name, so you can pronounce
There
it
you go.
however you want.
Sounds good. Good to me.
Yeah, highly recommend it though. If you haven't seen it, totally watch it. You got the whole series there. You got the End of Evangelion there as well. Check out both. Highly recommend And if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII, you might as well pick that up too. Fuck it, I don't care. You got a Switch. Fuck
Listen,
you.
I'll take the first suggestion. So, yeah, congratulations, Ryan. You get the first suggested media that I consumed in the
Hell yeah.
Corey's review corner.
We'll come
By
up with
the
a
time-
better.
That title, yeah, that title's only temporary. We'll find a better one.
Corey needs to ingest.
Corey needs to. Better take my laxative.
God.
Time to do your.
Is it bad that I did not at all think about the biological sense and just like ingesting footage like with a tape or some
That's
shit?
fine.
Just
Goddamn.
consuming it.
Just consume
Well,
media.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Was consuming, ingesting, but also media is like media ingest.
Like literal media ingestion.
Hell
Content
yeah. See what I
consumption
did?
corner.
That's what
Corey's
it should be called.
content consumption corner.
There you
Spelled
go.
with
C4.
The
It's
trip-
C4.
C4.
Quad 4.
Welcome
The
to
quad C's.
So I will consume the whole that is Neon Genesis Galleon even, and
Perfect.
and report back with my thoughts. I'm also I want to watch this show with a notepad, and just
Okay.
just absentmindedly take notes while I watch it.
Well, have fun with that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what those
I-
notes are going to be like.
I could literally write an essay about. I could write probably a 10-page essay about Neon Genesis Evangelion. So, I literally
Yeah,
could.
it's one of those shows.
It has a lot of stuff to it, a lot of deep context and themes and ideas.
context.
Like, it's kind of a wild time. So have fun, enjoy it.
Thanks.
So you're just gonna watch the show and not the movie?
Yeah, I think
Or-
I'll watch the show and report on the shows. Up on
Okay.
Netflix right now.
and then you'll have to watch the movie though.
Yeah, you're going to want to...
But yeah, you actually have to watch
Okay,
End of
alright.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
Like you are not going to be satisfied with that ending. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just slide that your way.
Okay. Anime.
So
Assume it's one long episode.
Assume it's one long
Basically.
episode. That's fine.
Hey,
Harry.
so
Yes.
You want? I'm sorry, Ryan. Did I cut you off?
no, I was gonna literally do exactly what you were gonna do. So
Okay.
you're good. You did your job correct.
Harry, you want to take it to Ryan about Evangelion?
Yeah, so Ryan, you've been watching
Oh!
Evangelion.
I have.
Want to tell us about that? I heard it's not as bad as everyone says it is.
Yeah. Period.
Abandon the bit.
There it is. You did it.
Abandoned bit. Abandoned bit.
There.
It's not worth
I
it.
just need that button on my keyboard.
But yeah, so I've been reading the Bake Monogatari books. I just finished the second one this morning. I think I've mentioned it on the episode like a couple episodes ago, but I started watching the TV show. And it's very good. But I was like, I want to read the books. So I started reading the books, and they're even better. So I'm having a fun time. I'm excited to start the third one.
I've heard,
Nisio
Books are
Eason, good
great.
writer.
Yeah.
Books are just great.
Because it's like,
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
the series basically is just like a series of scenes of two people going back and forth talking. And that's it. That's what it is. So like, the books have a lot more of it. Because obviously they would have to cut a lot of stuff out.
interiority.
So
I
yeah,
wonder-
the books have a lot of like inner monologue and a lot more dialogue. So that's like one of my favorite things is just kind of back and forth stuff in media. So I'm really digging it. I've like chewed through these the first two books. They're like around 300 pages each. I've like chewed through them over the last 2 weeks. So I'm
curious.
starting the next one tomorrow.
Do you think the books are better to consume if they're a lot of just kind of back and forth dialogue?
I mean, it's easier to watch the show.
I guess, yes.
Because, like, because it's like a passive thing versus like a reading, I guess. You know, like if you watch the show, watching the whole first season probably only takes a fraction of how long it takes to read the first 3 books, which is the first season. But I also found out today that there's like 30 books, so that's gonna be something.
wow.
There's a shitload of books. There are so
Yeah.
many
Crap.
of them.
Yeah, because
Like, A lot of books.
There's-
It's like Kizumonogatari through, right?
There's
Keys is just
yeah,
one book.
that's one book. That's the 4th book, and then there's like 25 more that come after that.
Yeah.
Holy heck.
So it's
Like, it's a
there's
lot
like there's
of
like
books.
no joke. There's 29 books,
Holy shit!
and they're all
I didn't know there
in.
was that much.
They're all the same story. Like, I mean, it takes place all over. I was looking up. Some of them are like wacky as far as timeline goes, but
Oh, yeah, no. It's weird.
I'm very excited to start getting into all. I'm excited to get to catch up to where I was in the show, which I had just started Nisei Monogatari, which is like the second-ish season. So I'm excited to like catch up to that and then keep going forward through things I haven't actually seen yet.
And, like, one of the problems... This is not a problem at all anymore. But before the Kizu movies came out, if you didn't know the Kizu story, the anime didn't try and, like, fill in those gaps because they were working on it. They were working on the movie. So the anime was just like, oh yeah, we're just going to adapt the story as is. And the story as is assumes that you've read Kizumonogatari. So there's like a bunch of references that go way over everyone's head that I know that have seen that show. So I did read the Kizu book before I watched the Kizu movies because you had to like understand anything that happens after Nisei Monogatari. Even Neko, like, you really need to read Kizumonogatari, like, as soon as possible. And from what I remember of reading the Kizu book, it's, like, definitely slower than the movies, because each movie was, like, I don't know, an hour and 10 minutes. They were short, and there was, like, 3 of them. But the book at least reads pretty fast because the dialogue is really snappy. And, you know, like, it didn't feel like it was, like, a pain in the ass to read, if that makes sense. Like, it's about as enjoyable as the show,
It's like
and if you're a fast reader, it's, like, really
yeah,
fast.
it's like really easily consumable, like text because it is just it's a lot of short sentences. It's a lot of just back and forth, snappy. You know, there's not a lot of like sitting and meditating on some idea. It's just it moves very fast. That's one of the things I really enjoy about like reading the books.
And like Harry said, like, the series is basically just dialogue anyways, so, like, you know, you have many, many pages of dialogue, so you can just kind of, like, go fast through them.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. I've been loving reading these because I don't know, I haven't like being an English major. I don't have a lot of time to read on my own,
Yeah.
or any interest in it. So this is like helping me kind of get out of that mindset and get back into reading more.
That's cool. I've actually always wanted to read the Bakemonogatari like book series too, because I've noticed them popping up and things like that. Because they've been releasing them fairly recently. I think it was around
Yeah, they're still
when
releasing them.
Kizumonogatari was coming out. They were advertising that the books were.
They're, like,
being
in Barnes &
released.
Noble now,
Yeah.
which is nice. Very nice.
Barnes & Noble's great.
I've been getting back into reading a lot recently too. So a lot of like me like consuming other things have been put to the sideline.
I feel like we've used consuming so many times.
Consumption.
I feel like just
All right.
Yeah,
we just
I've been actively
say
tuning
ingest?
out, like, the
So are we just gonna ban the word consume?
no. I just think
I've
it's
been
funny. Like,
I've just been tuning it out. Like, I don't want to think about that word anymore.
bad word.
Been
Yeah, Monogatari good, and eventually the last season will air in actual season format someday. It's already done. I don't know why it's not out yet. It's been like 6 months.
Jesus.
Someday they'll release
Can't
it.
even. Yeah, someday.
No, I think-
And then I'll be done with it. I won't ever go back.
sounds like your dog's asleep, Harry.
I think he is. Yeah, it's nice. It's a lot earlier than last night.
Which is good. But yeah, cool. And I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it for me.
Okay, cool. Bye.
What an abrupt
Alright.
ending.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, really know how to book.
I guess I will stop
Listen,
recording
they
now.
can't all be bangers. They can't all, not every show could be a banger, right? You know, you gotta have some good ones. You gotta have some shows that end stupid, right?
Sure.